Well, we still shouldn't be talking about this. It's going to take me a little while to get over this. The fact that the Detroit Lions are not in the Super Bowl and we're not just here so we don't get fined, that we are talking about the offseason after dominating the first half against the 49ers. So you're going to have to excuse me because I'm going to be a little bit chippy for the next several weeks probably until the Super Bowl is over and we can officially move on with the new league year. And just like with that game against the Dallas Cowboys, I will have to move on once the new league year comes. But the Detroit Lions made a move yesterday. I didn't talk about this. I had planned to do it, but ran out of time. The Lions signed the following players to future reserve contracts. Mitchell, Augudi, I don't really know how to say that. Maurice Alexander, Matt Farnock, Jake Funk, Connor Gavin, James Craig, Jamar Jefferson, Brandon Joseph, Tom Kennedy, Michael Neese, and Chris Smith. They also made another signing as well. Which one is it here? They signed wide receiver Darius Fountain to a future reserve contract. Now, what does this mean exactly? The future reserve contract is kind of an interesting place to be. Here is what a future reserve contract means. It says an NFL future, is coming from PFF, or not PFF, Pro Football Talk. An NFL futures contract is essentially exactly what it says it is. It is a contract that secures an NFL player to a team for the future. The reason it is designated as a futures contract is that the player is not officially under contract until the start of the following league season, which will begin sometime in the middle of March. It says the reason that differentiation is important is that the player's contract does not count against the salary cap or the roster limit for the current season. Instead, it is credited against the following year's salary cap, and the player counts against the offseason 90-man roster limit. However, it is crucial to note that once a player signs a futures contract, they are placed on a reserve futures list and cannot negotiate with any other teams. Unlike with practice squad, teams cannot sign other teams' players with a futures contract. That means NFL general managers and coaches can be confident in having the bottom part of their roster settled for OTAs and training camp. So essentially, that means that those players are going to be on our team and count toward the 90-man roster as the new league year begins, and that will begin in about 6 weeks. The crazy part is had the Lions made the Super Bowl, like this is the first time that we've been this deep into the offseason in a long time. So had the Lions made the Super Bowl, you literally have you have the Super Bowl, which is the 11th of February, and then that following Wednesday would have been the 14th, and then a month after that, in the middle of March on a Wednesday, is when the new league year begins, which is also when you can start signing free agents. But 2 days before that, the tampering period began. So you can start kind of making future negotiations and stuff like that, and it can't be official until the new league year begins. So that's kind of cool because it's a couple guys that stand out. Jamar Jefferson, want to make sure that he makes the practice squad, and Tom Kennedy, who is the guy that just keeps popping up, Maurice Alexander as well. Now, this probably won't impact the 53-man roster. Dan Campbell said, listen, one thing about this job is you have to be able to make the tough decisions. I mean, I'm paraphrasing here. You can't get attached to these players because you're going to have to cut a lot of them. So a lot of these guys probably won't even make the practice squad. I would say 2 or 3. I could see out of this Jamar Jefferson, Tom Kennedy, and probably Maurice Alexander make the practice squad. So we're going to have a lot of new, don't forget, undrafted free agents after the draft and April passes. So we're going to have new faces on this team, and a lot of old faces are going to say farewell. So let me know your thoughts. I know somebody was talking about it in the comment section for me to make a video about this, and I wanted to yesterday, but I just ran out of time, wasn't feeling well, can only put out so many videos at a time until I need to go rest. So anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below about the future reserves contract. Who is the most surprising, or who would you like to see actually maybe make the practice squad this time? You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.